Gate 14 podcast and a terrible homestand. I'm just joined with Avery. JR is in Cali, living the dream, living the Vila Loca. You know what he does. Avery, how you doing, man?
Good. Big day today. We had the old owners box fantasy football draft. Johnny was in the office. I don't know if you're much of a desk and keyboard type guy. That don't really take you for a guy like that, but it's good to have you around, shooting the shit, getting some football takes out.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it. Like, I don't know how you just sit in an office. And yeah, I guess you're like, it's sports doesn't really feel like a job, so I understand that aspect of it. But it's just you guys don't like go out, like you guys don't do anything, eh? Like it's always just sitting down. That's it.
Pretty much sitting down and writing and shit.
Oh, okay, I can respect that. Yeah, no, I guess I was sick. I mean, I won the draft. I had a couple votes for me, I think actually, on the Twitter poll. So yeah, watch that video when it comes out.
On
the Owners Box YouTube.
Yeah, I'll definitely put it in the Gate 14 like Insta stories for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be up for a while. I'm pretty sure, right?
I mean, we have Skylar coming back, and she's a workhorse, so maybe she'll get it out by like Monday or Tuesday.
Okay, I can respect that. Yeah. So yeah, just be looking on lookout for that. So another couple news. I wanted to announce this right off the bat. So, the Thick Jesus shirts, which are a hit. 300 likes, I believe we hit that yesterday or today. I think they're going to be dropping early next week. I got to wait for JR on it, obviously, but that's going to be dropping early next week. And we will be, the shirts are being shipped. So I paid for the shipping and stuff like that. I believe today the shirts got out. So they will be, expect them sometime next week by Canada Post. For the Canadian people, for the American, it might take a couple days longer, but they will be shipped out next week. So yeah, for the big news, so we're going to be having like a pretty decent amount of line of the new shirts. So the Thick Jesus ones are the first edition. We probably will only sell those once, maybe. We'll see how popular they are. If they're popular, we'll bring them back. It's going to be an exclusive drop. And then obviously, if the listeners of the podcast know this, I've name dropped a million times, Danny Jansen. We're going to be doing a shirt with Danny Jansen that will be dropping, that he's going to be wearing. His whole family's going to be getting it. I am close with him, like I mentioned, so it will be awesome. I'm hoping he gets to wear it in BP or something like that, kind of show us some love. But we will be doing that. So stay on lookout for that. But the Thick Jesus ones, the only way we can be able to do the Danny Jansen ones is if we sell a lot of the Thick Jesus ones. I know you guys love them. They're fire. The design, Cam killed it with the design. So be on the lookout for the Thick Jesus shirts. Order. They're going to be cheap. We're not making any money off of this, people. All right. We just got the quote for like the shipping and the hoodies and the t-shirts. We didn't make a dime, not one fucking dime. We might have lost money, but
I think we did lose money, but
we did lose money. But that's fine. But yeah, so just make sure you guys are running it up with the Thick Jesus shirts, please. Like, because I want you guys to be repping that shit at Jay's games. People are gonna looking at you like that shirt's fucking fire, because it is. The logo's unreal. So make sure you guys do that. And another thing, another big news before we get into the series and all type of stuff. Nate Pearson, another good friend of mine, will be coming on the podcast.
It is a shame that our good friend Jeremy Roach is not here, because he was you sent. Well, the text exchange was pretty funny that you had
between me and Nate.
Yeah.
I so what I did is I sent him that picture that was sent to us by a fan. Sorry, the video. And Nate's like, "Oh, that's funny as fuck. Like that's a funny, that's a great pick or whatever. I think, or a great video. Like that's hilarious." And I said, "Listen, man, this podcast is pretty big. Like, let's get you on it. We have a pretty decent amount of listeners." He's like, "Yeah." And he said he's going to come on when he's back in the mix. So I'm assuming he's doing a couple of rehab stuff right now, pitching in like AAA, but he will be back soon, he said. So the Nate Pearson Gate 14 collab will be happening, and it will be a ton of funny clips from JR. I can't wait to hear what JR asks him.
It is going to be like a kid in a candy shop, fucking JR talking to Nate Pearson. But I think the shirt after the Danny Jansen one should definitely be like Nate Pearson collab, where he has a fucking like plane as his arm, or a fucking rocket ship for a right arm, something.
Yeah, like it's like his rocket. Yeah, his arm's like a rocket ship. So yeah, we had to talk about that. And the next thing, obviously, let's go into the series now. 2 people had sex at the Rogers Center. An all-time visual. If you're listening to this podcast, like I said, we have a massive reach. If you know these people, ask them to come on this podcast. We will make it anonymous. We will not release their information.
Well, I don't know
But
how to make it anonymous, but
well, I
try.
know. Well, yeah, we'll just blur their face, or we just won't show them on the YouTube. You know
True.
what I'm saying? Like we'll just have it as like the background, like we did with when we had T Mac or someone on it, right? We just didn't have show T Mac's face. He was just like
We did have T-Mac on there, but it didn't look like professionally done. But
yeah,
we
that's
can
what I'm
add them.
saying.
You're right. We can do this.
Yeah, so we need those people on. So if you know them, reach out, feel free. Let them know the Gate 14 boys are knocking on the door.
I mean, we gotta go into it. Like
it was crazy. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
they were in the aisle, dude. They weren't like
okay. So I'm looking at the picture right now. So I thought they were in their I thought they were in a seat.
yes.
They weren't.
No.
They were on the walkway.
It looked like they were at some part where they were kind of blocked off to the other part of the stadium.
Yeah.
Because there was like a wall there. I don't know where that was. Obviously in the 500 somewhere, but they thought they could get away with it, and they just have a full-on picture of her just riding this guy in the fucking 500s, and it's the story of the week.
I just don't know how fucked in the head you have to be to have sex. Listen, I'm all for it. Listen, if you're having sex, good for you. Congrats on the sex.
This is a sex positive podcast.
This is a sex positive podcast, of course. But you do realize the Rogers Center has cameras everywhere and security strictly watching these like you can't just get away with that shit. All right. Like if you're fucking up there, you're gonna get seen. And by the way, the Jays games are a pretty packed place in general. And I think that was the Monday game, so maybe it wasn't that packed, but people are going to see you. You don't think people look around when they're in their fucking seats? Like, that was just, and the fact that they didn't get charged, which I read later in the article, is crazy to me because let's say a child sees that. If you are pissing in public and a child walks or whatever, you can get a pretty decent ticket for that stuff. So if you can fuck in the Rogers Center, why don't we all just fuck in the Rogers Center? Why not?
Why don't fucking mattress firms sponsor the fuck shack in the Rogers Center if that's what it's all about?
I couldn't believe it. I saw the picture and I was like, oh my God. Like, by the way, the guy had to just be unbelievably horny, first of all. Like, to just, maybe it was the girl. I don't know. Like I said, we're a pro sex podcast, but it is the funniest thing of all time. And the Jays won that game. So I guess it was positive, but do you think, here's a question. Do you think people have fucked at the Rogers Center before and have gotten away with it?
Yeah.
I'm going to say no. Like in the stands?
Yeah.
No chance. No chance.
I would say over 50 times probably it's happened.
No fucking chance. Are you dumb? How?
1992, and that's when the Rogers Center opened, right?
That's the Sky Dome, though. I'm saying the Rogers Center.
Oh, I don't know that.
I got you on a technicality.
Yeah, fuck you.
Because there's always camera phones and shit, man.
Well,
you can't do anything nowadays.
I don't know, man. The Blackberries weren't taking great video back in the day. So, and there was no one at the Jays games when they sucked. Like,
look, there's still security guards working though.
I don't know the camera things are true. In the 500, like where the fuck do they have like surveillance cameras?
I'm telling, there has to be surveillance cameras.
You would think so, but like I've never looked up like at the top of the 500s and been like there's a security camera there. I also not like searching for security cameras, to be honest. But
yeah, well, that goes to show the type of guy you are, I guess, eh? Just
I'm
looking
not
around
fucking in the 500s.
And it was it's just good for the guy. Congrats on the sex. If anyone that listens to this podcast knows, I'm assuming their identity is just impossible to get a hold of because a lot of the faces were blurred. But if you were in that section,
ages of these people or like anything about them in the story?
I'm hoping they were above the age of 18 because that's when consensual sex should be happening. But
okay.
It's congrats, man. I mean,
what if she wanted to do it and he didn't want to do it?
Then good for her on the sex. Congrats on the sex.
Yeah.
It was
just really fun. I saw the first picture of when they were like escorting them out. There was no one up there.
There
To
wasn't.
be fair, there was no one but them up there.
Yeah, no, there wasn't anyone up there. It just the visual is just so funny to me. It's crazy. So we had to talk about that.
I mean, the
'cause
guy was lying down on the stairs.
It is like if they thought they wouldn't get caught, they are the dumbest human beings of all time, right?
Yeah, 1A and 1B for sure.
Like it's just crazy, especially with now, like there's phones. Everyone has a fucking phone. Like a 4-year-old has a phone nowadays. So they could just pull it out and record you. So we're not pro sex at the Rogers Center. We're a non-pro sex at the Rogers Center type of podcast. So I just wanted to make that clear. That was what we had to talk about for the series. But this home's like, we got to talk about this. I mean, the homestand was embarrassing. Like 2-4 against the Angels and Cubs is fucking pathetic, dude. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, we only won. Fuck, that's really bad.
2-4 against the Angels and Cubs. Like, if they would have won this game, it would have softened the blow a little bit. Like, I'd have been like, all right, I guess 3-3, which is fine if you don't look at the fact that they got swept against the Angels. But fucking 2-1 against the Cubs and then 0-3 against the Angels is embarrassing. Like, is embarrassing, especially now because the Orioles won tonight and the Rays won tonight.
Yeah.
So it's like, and the Mariners won.
Well, of course, everyone's gonna fucking win when we lose. But then we play the Pirates, and then after that, I'm pretty sure it's
the
just
Rays.
Teams over 500 for the rest of the season, pretty much. So it could be an all-time collapse here if we play how we have played against teams over 500.
Oh, 100%. And it sucks because I genuinely was like, man, this is a time you could just like separate yourself and go to the Pittsburgh and just dog walk the Pirates because they stink. But now it's like, man, if we don't sweep the Pirates, it's like, holy fuck, we have 5 against the Rays coming up. So, fuck, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'll be honest with you, man. It scares the fuck out of me because I'm pretty sure it's in Tropicana, right? I think it is. So that's
no, it's here.
The 5-game series is here?
Yeah, because we have I see people tweeting about loony dogs on a doubleheader day on Tuesday, how we might surpass 1,000 hot dogs eaten.
So where are they at next week? Oh, they're in Baltimore. Sorry. So it goes Pirates, Baltimore for 4, Rangers for 3, and then they come back to the Rogers Center for a 5-game series against the Rays, and then the Orioles, and then they go to Philly. Wow, this is a fucking impossible schedule. Holy shit. Pirates, Orioles, Rangers, Rays, Orioles, Phillies, Rays, Yankees, Red Sox, Orioles.
We're cooked, brother.
Oh my God. And let's do some basic math. So what is the Jays record?
Oh, this is not a pro math podcast, but
no, because I was jotting it down in the car. So they're 70-59, right? Or
sure.
70-60 now. So that's 130 games. Let's say 92 is what guarantees
70-59.
70-59. Okay, so let's say 92 gets you to the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
So the Jays would have to go 22-11. The Jays would have to go 22-11 against, like I mentioned, the Pirates, Orioles, Rangers, Rays, Orioles, Phillies, Rays, Yankees, Red Sox, Orioles. So they have to go 22-11 against maybe one of the hardest remaining schedules in baseball. Listen, I'm trying to be optimistic, but that is that is tough.
And the worst part is there's so many Orioles games who we're going to be, if we fall back a little bit, that's who we're directly competing with for like a wild card 3, wild card 2 slot. Yeah. So you are making up and losing games at like a 1-to-1 stretch at that point, right? Because you're facing the team. So no shenanigans with games remaining and stuff like that when you're playing them teams head to head.
So it's tough. It's not a cakewalk, man. The rest of the schedule.
We're a better team than the Orioles. Like,
yeah, 100%. But you can't also overlook like that Phillies series. Oh, I know it's a 2-game set, but the Phillies are fucking nasty. I know they struggled against the Diamondbacks, but wow, man, that team is all like Harper back now too.
We're gonna get Nola, and we're gonna get Wheeler. Or is Wheeler even fucking pitching these? We're gonna get their best pitchers somehow.
Guaranteed.
Yeah,
guaranteed. It's just that's how the cookie crumbles here in Jays land. But yeah, I mean, we can look at the positives though. I mean, let's talk about the positives here. Joe Romano, man, I mentioned it to you earlier today, Ave. Jordan Romano in the month of August is making a serious. I know this August is over now, but he's making a serious case for reliever of the month. And I know there's a ton of guys that are probably competing with him, like Felix Bautista, Munoz on the Mariners. But let's look at his stats here in August. I mean, 11 innings, 2 earned runs, 1.54 ERA, 11 punchies, 163 opponent average, 0.86 whip. That's going to play. 4 saves. So Romano's been lights out, man. In August, he's turning into that guy. I know maybe there's some of that fatigue that was like tapping in there a little bit earlier in July and stuff like that, but he's all the way back. I did have some concerns about him, but he's all the way back.
That's what I'm looking at right now is his velo. So I'll go from his Monday game. Tuesday obviously pitched back-to-back days, but his average velocity on his fastball, he only threw 7 of them, was 98.6.
Wow.
When he starts to struggle, it's 95, and we thought the fatigue would set in. But one of the big things to look at is like a called strike and whiff percentage. So how many times someone's taking a called strike or they're swinging through it. You just look at his month, and it has been really, really good. 30%. So 30% is really good. He has a bunch of 30s and a couple 40s mixed in here of call strike and whiff rate in this month. So he's been really good. Expected average in all of his appearances in August, only 2 of them were over 200 in his appearances. So, I mean, the expected stats are also saying that he's had really good stuff. So it's nice to see Romano do some, have a nice little month here too.
Yeah. And I got to talk about Tim Meza. Listen, this dude has been so sorry since he got back from injury. I mean, I'm going to pull up his stats here. Let's see Tim Meza.
I thought he looked good tonight, but Monday they brought him in, and then they immediately hit that double in the gap, right?
Yeah, that was when the Jays were up 1, I believe, or 2. Like, Tim Meza, looking at his advanced stat, or not advanced stats, just month by month here. In the month of August, he has a 5.79 ERA. So 4 innings, 3 earned runs, 2 home runs, 4 strikeouts, 333 opponent average. Terrible in the month of August. Terrible. In July, he had a 150 ERA. It was great. And then he got injured, and then he started struggling. Because I know, obviously, he got injured in Minnesota, then he didn't pitch till the 24th. But, yeah, dude, he's been bad. Like, this month was this is a month you got to put behind you because he was terrible. He was so bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at some of his StatCast numbers. So, I mean, they don't look that different. Oh, here it is. So 2018, he has a strikeout rate of 26%. 2019, 24%. Last year, 27%, and then this year it's 18.9%. So he can't get any swings and misses pretty much. Your expected weighted on base average against of 335.
So what do you think it is? Like, I just think he's not locating his stuff. Like, he looks pretty wild when he's up there now. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. Because the walk rate isn't crazy. 6.3% is pretty good, actually. But he has the 236th worst called strike and whiff rate. So I don't know how many fucking pitchers are in baseball, but that's not great.
Not great at all. Really not great. But, I mean, he hasn't been good. That's just plain and simple.
He has his best left on base percentage of his career. And it's not close.
Yeah. It's just insane. I'm so mad they lost tonight, dude. I really am. I can't. It's like, come on. John Farrell's fucking son on the mound. And this, like, who has a 5 ERA in AAA, dare I say.
They shelled him last year when he played for Minnesota here.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that. Yeah, he was just been terrible. I mean, that was fucking horrible. It really was.
It's the thing we do again. This, I believe, is the 11th time now the Blue Jays have been able or tried to go for a sweep and cannot complete it. That's 11 wins. Like, if you half of that, where are we in the standings if we add 5 more wins? When we were fucking teams on the ropes, down and out, maybe they play harder. Talk myself out of that, but
yeah,
That's
Yeah,
a lot. Like good team sweep.
we forgot to talk about this last episode, by the way, the Zach Campbell situation. Um, it's crazy. And listen,
I
I
thought we
caught
did talk about it.
no for like a second. I caught a lot of the strays on the Official Pod TikTok. I made a video about it, and the Zach Campbell truthers on this planet, Avery, are fucking wild, like wild. So for the people that don't know, so Zach Campbell made a YouTube
Who
video.
do you think that group of people is though? Like, what's the
A
demographic?
bunch of little virgins that just Zach. If Zach Campbell is your hero, you have serious issues, serious issues. And I think he was trolling Blue Jays fans, by the way.
Yeah, he wasn't. You kept thinking he was going to be there, but it's because Marcus Stroman chirped him. Is why he's saying he was going to be a Blue Jays fan for that day.
Oh, I'm very dumb. Yikes! All right, that's on me. Holy shit!
I didn't want to correct you because I like you chirping Zach Campbell. I think it's really funny.
He's just such a he's just such a pathetic loser. I was hoping he saw my TikTok and responded, so then I would just have like the brigade of people just body bagging him.
Didn't he respond to one of them before?
No, he's never responded to me, unfortunately.
I thought he did the Gate 14 one when he made up the story.
No. Oh, did he? I don't think so.
No, I'm thinking Ben Verlander.
Ben Verlander responded. But another guy that we got to talk about, he had a home run tonight. Cavan Biggio. He is turned into an auto out at the bottom of the order. An auto out at the bottom of the order. I'm not going to make that excuse thing.
Why are you saying he turned into that? That's who he is.
Okay, I guess that's true. But I'm not going to say, oh, he wouldn't be anywhere without his dad. Listen, he's good at getting on base, but his last 7, 15, 20 games have been a fucking embarrassment. In his last 7 games, he's hitting 176. Last 15, 189. Last 30, 186. And I know average doesn't mean everything. All right. So let me bring up the on base percentage: 263, 262, 245. Can we stop with the fucking narrative that Cavan Biggio is some sort of goddess at getting on base? Can we please stop with that? Can we stop with that?
Goddess.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see where this August ranks. Okay, it's midway. 94 weighted runs created plus and a 298 WOBA isn't bad this month. But his July was horrible. His July was worse. In this year, June was the second best month of his whole career.
Really?
Yeah, he hit 271.
Well, I'm not going to add that into the clip. I'm just going to keep the narrative that I had that he's terrible and not at all.
He's not great at all.
Like, and what is the gripe that John Schneider has with Whit Merrifield? Listen, I know Whit Merrifield has been struggling with the Toronto Blue Jays, like I've stated multiple times on this podcast. It is very, very hard, though, to get in a groove in Major League Baseball when you're not playing every single day. What is the obsession with having Cavan Biggio over a vet that has been in the playoffs, that has had success in major leagues, starting Cavan Biggio over this dude? Whit Merrifield can play every single position Cavan Biggio could play, arguably better. So why is Cavan Biggio playing over Whit Merrifield? Why?
That's an interesting point. I'm pretty sure Whit Merrifield hasn't missed a game like the last 3 years. So when you bring him somewhere for a guy who's like a leadoff 2-hitter for the Royals, and now he comes here and you're playing every other day, that is tough on you. It's a little different. It's like how we looked at some players when they got the short spring training and they came out and struggled. It's like you're just out of your rhythm. So Whit, it's going to be tough for as well.
It's definitely going to be tough for. I don't understand it. Like, it's like, so first of all, you have a dog shit trade deadline, and we'll talk about Mitch White after this.
Oh God.
And you pick up Whit Merrifield, fine, presence to fill those holes that you guys need, I guess, with if George Springer's injured. But you don't even fucking play the guy. You're playing Cavan Biggio. I just brought up his stats. He has been horrible. And Whit Merrifield is clearly like, he's an MLB All-Star. He's had success. Why not let this guy play every day and give him a chance here? John Schneider hasn't given him a chance. He's giving his old butt buddy Cavan Biggio chances because he fucking came up to the system with him.
Yeah, weird, because I'm looking at these stats again. I thought Cavan had been maybe better in the second half, but he's just not been anywhere close to as good. Weighted runs created plus of like 73 in the second half. Sorry, 82 in the second half, 112 in the first half. He's been very bad.
Who?
Cavan Biggio. So
Yeah.
it's like, I don't get why we're doing it.
Credit to me for bringing up that point, by the way.
Yeah.
Credit to me. I just thought about it.
Cavan Biggio's hitting 203 in the second half with a 284 on base percentage.
But we're starting him over Whit Merrifield. I don't get it. Let Whit Merrifield cook, man. This is the big acquisition you got at the fucking deadline. Why not let him cook? It's fucking crazy, man. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I got nothing for the whole Whit Merrifield thing. We haven't seen Espinal cook much. Kirk had struggled a lot up until then, and Jano was hot a little bit. So it feels like the team isn't meshing at the right time together. It's like some guys are going hot and some guys.
I'm hoping it happens in the month of September. I really am.
I mean, we have 1 month left for them to figure it the fuck out.
It is. We have 1 month left to figure it out, but let's talk about Mitch White. Breaking news: the Gate 14 podcast is officially all out. I'm all out on Mitch White. He tonight was nothing short of horrific. And I know the Angels game, right? All right, Angels game, I guess you can make up for it. It was like a couple errors, stuff like that. I didn't fault him on that as much. But today it was like, dude, please, God, like, can we just get an out? Maybe like get out of an inning without a run? He got shelled against the Chicago Cubs, one of the worst offenses in baseball.
Yeah, it was the curveball down the middle that everyone just seemed to fucking attack off him. It was one of those games. I mean, I'm out on Mitch White. I don't think I was ever in. He had a sick nickname for a couple weeks.
Mega Meat Mitch.
Mega Meat Mitch will rest in peace to Mega Meat Mitch. Maybe he'll be back next start, but he's not really missing many barrels right now. It's tough to watch, but it's better than throwing balls. You say Kikuchi, I guess.
They're kind of the same.
They are kind of the same. Also, I agree. Actually,
I hate to say
it. Like for him, I thought he kind of got fucked in the Angels start by the defense, and here
I said that too. I thought I was like, all right, he's getting fucked here a little bit, like he's getting squeezed by the defense.
Yeah, and today you can't make excuses for a bad outing like that. I don't want to do that. I got nothing for me. Mega Meat Mitch.
I'm done. I'm all out on it, and I want to speak in JR. Yeah, I'm all out on. I'm all out on.
He could be good, guys.
Yeah, he could be good. He could be good, guys. Anyone know where Nate is?
I mean, I'd rather watch Nate Pearson pitch than.
Oh, me too. I can't wait till he gets back because he is electric.
When we saw that video of JR or that listener made, that was an awesome video. It was awesome to see Nate Pearson pitch. I haven't seen that in forever. Like 100 at the knees.
Yeah, and by the way, it was Marcus J. Cope again. I got to give him a shout out, obviously, but yeah, man. Nate Pearson's electric. I hate him or love him or whatever with the injury stuff. He's fucking awesome. He is awesome. And when he is carving, listen, I know people last year, remember that game against the Athletics? You know who came into that game and shut the fucking door? Was Nate Pearson, who threw 102. Because I was at that game. I stayed when they came down and my buddy left, Grant. And I was like, all right, I'm staying here, I guess, whatever. Nate and the Jays scored 8, I believe it was, something along those lines to come back. And Nate Pearson was one of the guys that closed it out. Like, I think he put up a 0 in like the 8th or the 7th to like make the comeback happen. So, dude, and Nate's the type of guy where like when the atmosphere is elevated, he's elevated. Like he'll throw 101 or sit 100 because that outing he was sitting 100. I'm pretty sure. Like he was just 100, 101, 199. Like he was all around it. So he's an electric arm out of the bullpen. That's all you can ask for. Maybe that'll take some of the stress off of arms like Garcia in September. Maybe like they can ease into it and stuff like that. But I am excited for a Nate Pearson appearance at Rogers.
Why is Ricky Tiedemann not being called up, by the way?
I know. He's so good.
I know.
He's so fucking good.
I know it's service time bullshit, but come on. Give us something.
Next year, I'm going to say a hot take. Next year, he's opening day roster.
Really? He has the stuff. That's no doubt about that. But now they've limited his innings and stuff. kind of bullshit.
Because they're
But
limiting him for next year.
because he's going to throw 250 innings for the Toronto Blue Jays.
They're trying to do the opposite of what they did with Manoah. They're just going to let him fucking go and go and go for years. It's going to be
now, because they're limiting him now, they're going to start him slow and stuff and have him ready for July or something like that.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
He wins the Cy Young Award, only pitching half
and Rookie
year.
of the Year.
Yes.
And the Rookie of the Year. But, dude, there's another thing that I want to talk about because I know we said that Romano hates pitching in Canada, but the opposite.
Other way around.
Sorry, he hates pitching in America. Kevin Gossman hates pitching in Canada. This is something that was brought up to me by a listener. Kevin Gossman's stats on the road, 76 innings pitched, 2.01 ERA, 236 opponent average. Kevin Gossman's stats at home, 4-6, 448 ERA, 317 opponent average. Does Kevin Gossman hate Canada? Some are starting to murmur. Maybe the weed restrictions. Maybe when they're going to the U.S., they can't smoke as much. so he's pitching significantly better.
Yes, those stats are true, but a nice little wrinkle is Kevin Gossman has the best FIP in all of baseball.
There it is. Mark it down.
So for starters, over a certain amount of innings qualified, but Kevin Gossman's up there with some of the best fielding and independent pitching. So we can talk about, hey, you get unlucky for the whole average thing and batting average against. If he runs a high BABIP at home, would be bad, but FIP is a good indicator of how well you've pitched. And Kevin Gossman having the lowest FIP in all of baseball as a starter is incredible.
Yep. He is. He's been awesome.
Being unlucky, it's too bad, but I'm going to look at some of these guys here.
It is crazy. I mean, 201 on the road is absurd for an ERA on the road. Now, part of me is hoping like the Jays don't get a home game in the playoffs.
Listen to the top 10 FIP leaders in baseball. I'll go from 10 to 1. Okay, it goes 10 is Dylan Cease, 9 Zach Wheeler, 8 Sandy Alcantara, 7 Shane Bieber, Aaron Nola, Justin Verlander, Shane McClanahan, Max Fried, Carlos Rodon, and Kevin Gossman has the best FIP in all of baseball.
Wow.
By almost 20 points.
Avery banger. What a stat. Attaboy K. Goss. That is all time.
He's been really, really fucking good.
Holy shit. Kevin Gossman forever. That is wild, man. So the FIP King.
The FIP King.
Instead of fap, like when you're stroking it, FIP. The picture of Kevin Gossman. The FIP King. And yeah, the FIP King. That's what he's called. That's the self-proclaimed nickname for Kevin Gossman that we made. What's his nickname on MLB.com? Let me search it.
Probably Cheech and Chong.
Gossy. Terrible. I'm not even gonna. It's the FIP King. It's the FIP King. That's his new nickname. So
we'll put a crown on his head. Put FIP on it.
FIP King. Maybe that. Yeah. That's just awesome. Actually, that's a crazy list.
I mean, it's all the best pitchers in baseball are there.
It is. Ben Verlander shook that Gossman's ahead of his brother that he always tweets about. He's shook about that. But Kevin Gossman's been awesome. I mean, recently he's been awesome as well. So it's just the boys have been buzzing.
Okay, this is another thing why Kevin Gossman's ERA is high. He runs the highest batting average on balls in play against in baseball.
Wow.
At 371. Players on this list, he's number 1. Jordan Lyles, Jose Barrios is 3, but that's because he stinks. Madison Bumgarner, Kyle Freeland, Dane Dunning, Corey Kluber, Sean Manaea, Herman Marquez, Frankie Montas. So running a high BABIP means every time a ball goes in play, obviously you get on at that rate. And that's just like an unlucky thing. Think about when they hit balls other way of the shift. I mean, it's 100% on that. So that's a really high number. If a batter was running that high of a BABIP, I would say they're going to regress at some point because you can't sustain that number all year long.
A lot of weird stats with Gossman. A lot. Like he's been one of the weird guys, like him and Matty Chopsticks. Matty Chopsticks stats and his baseball savant page has been off the wall. Like he's been absurd. Like his hard hit ball every single time. And on that game they were struggling on Monday, Chapman hit a ball to third that looked like it was 115 and just picked up. Like I love Matt Chapman, by the way. I fucking love him.
Well,
Give him.
him talking to Bo. What do you think they're talking about? I mean,
I
obviously,
think, and listen, I'm going to sound smart here. I think he was looking at Bo and saying, "Figure it the fuck out." Like, I can't watch this shit from third anymore. I will take your motherfucking job at short, and we're gonna have Espinal play third because I can't watch this motherfucking 17 errors a week bullshit. That's what he's saying to him. But I do love Matt Chapman for obviously never giving up on your teammates.
Oh, he loves to hit in Canada.
Matt Chapman does.
He has an ISO of 282, so that's isolated slugging at home, and his ISO is 168 on the road. Weighted runs created plus of 151 at home, and a weighted runs created plus of 95 on the road. So he's below league average on the road and like 51 points higher than league average at home.
Good for him. Good for Matty Chopsticks, man. Canadian kid.
Yes.
One of our own.
Where do you he's probably from Oakville.
Yeah. No, he's an Oakville guy.
Yeah.
Maybe London. Maybe a London, like a little bit of country, but a little bit of like hipster type of shit, the way he dresses, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. A little money still.
Yeah, that's definitely where Matty Chopsticks is from. He's a London kid for sure. No doubt in my mind. I love Matty Chopsticks, though, man. He's been awesome. He really has been. He's like
his second half. Remember, Jared was talking about well, Jared didn't talk about it. Matt Chapman talked about how he was so disappointed in himself in the first half that he was ready to have a big second half. He has a weighted runs created plus of 159 in the second half.
Wow. Fucking rights, Matty Chopsticks. Matty Chopsticks fucking forever.
This isn't even the best part of his game, which is nuts.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Where's that video? This is the new Teoscar Hernandez home run song. I will not be posting a picture of Teoscar anymore when he hits a home run. It will just be that video.
What prompted that?
That's that's the chant that the crowd makes when Teoscar's up to play. It's like everybody say "Whoa," and then I just saw that video and I was like, "This is meant to be. This is the new Teoscar sound, the song of the summer." So shout out Teoscar, and shout out whoever made that song and that girl who is. I'm assuming something's wrong with her, but that's fine.
That's such an old video. What year was that posted on YouTube?
God, 8 years ago. Those who get it, plain and simple. Those who understand it, folks. That video is all time, though. It really is. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah, that's like OG YouTube shit.
Too. Yeah, that is OG YouTube shit. Yeah, I guess we can let's talk about the next series, or I guess the Pirates series coming up.
Oh, there's a big game on Friday, by the way.
Best field in baseball, by the way. Before we go into that, best field in baseball,
so sick,
easily. So if you're listening to this podcast, you're going there. Actually, I'm pretty sure a decent amount of listeners actually said they're going there. Send us a pic.
I'm so jealous.
PNC.
Dude, the sunsets there are beautiful. Like the city in the background, the bridges. It's a sick place. But the backyard brawl between Pitt and West Virginia is happening in Pittsburgh on Thursday. And then Alek Manoah is throwing a West Virginia alum against the Pittsburgh Pirates on Friday. So I think a lot of people will go to watch that shit.
It's Manoah strikeouts for your rent. That's what it is. It's Manoah strikeouts. The guy hates Pittsburgh, right? He hates Pitt.
Pitt is what West Virginia, they would sing Sweet Caroline instead of bump up. They said eat shit Pitt. So that's what Alek Manoah is going to sing.
All time. You love to see it. So now we're going to recap the Pittsburgh Pirates series. Tyler Beatty, front of the preview. Sorry.
Yeah.
Tyler Beatty, front of the official podcast, going up against Alek Manoah on Friday. Stripling versus Contreras on Saturday. This Contreras guy,
Roansy Contreras, is so fucking sick.
He's disgusting. Like that. Like chalk that one up as an L. I'm sorry. That kid is a fucking menace to society.
He is a problem, and is someone I like to gamble on a lot.
What he is going to do to the Toronto Blue Jays on Saturday is criminal. With all due respect, he's fucked.
Tyler Beatty, former Blue Jays draft pick.
Yeah, first rounder. He actually talked about it on the podcast. JP Ricciardi was the GM.
You must have loved JP, good Italian man, eh?
Yeah, good Italian man. He shortchanged Beatty with the signing deal. He went back to Vandy, carved, and then went first round again. So
that's big dick in him too.
That is big dick in him. Going first round again. So yeah,
he does have a 1.52 whip though. So I think
he's been struggling a little bit, but that's skewed because he was a reliever. They're transitioning
Yeah.
him into a starter. So
Nice.
that's what's happening. But
I think they stand no chance on Friday
no, they're
with the
done.
amount of people that are going to be there. And Bradley Zimmer is going to be back.
Yes. Why didn't we talk about that? Bradley Zimmer, I made a TikTok about it. 40,000 views. Is that good? You tell me. Bradley Zimmer is fucking back. 2-1 in the Bradley Zimmer era. In all seriousness, what the fuck are the Jays doing with that?
I thought it meant that Teoscar was going to be going on the IL with that foot injury.
That's exactly what I thought.
So it was, I have no clue. As if we don't have anyone in the minors better than Bradley Zimmer that we can call up as a September call. The September call up rule was not made for Bradley Zimmer. It was made for Ricky Tiedemann.
Yes.
Fucking read the room.
But that's who they call up.
Atkins.
Listen, I'm a Bradley Zimmer guy. All right. We all know that. There's a lot of jokes about me.
We all are.
Hard.
We all are.
Yeah, we all are. But this outfield has Lourdes, Teoscar, Jackie Bradley, George Zimmer, George Springer, Cavan Biggio plays out there.
Whit Merrifield.
That is 6 fucking outfielders. 6. And
do you think Bo could play center field?
No chance.
Why?
You think Bo Bichette could play center field?
Yeah. How many?
It's not a ground ball.
So it was like Tatis when he played outfield. I had one of my biggest arguments I've ever had with Jer was Trevor's Story to play center field. He's like, he can't do it. I said, what? Why can't he do it?
That's the easier thing to go to, though, is from infield, outfield.
So at a high level of baseball, have you ever played with a shortstop that you think is not athletic enough to play center field as well?
Not really.
That's what I said to Jer, and he fucking he's like, no, you're wrong.
Well, Jer also didn't want Manoah called up last year.
He did. That was also true. But I think any shortstop, if you can play major league shortstop well, and you're athletic enough to play major league shortstop, you can just play outfield.
But besides the fact, that is 7 outfielders. 7 on the Toronto Blue Jays now. Well, let's bring the whole gang back. Let's call fucking Zach Collins back up. Why not?
Deoner Navarro back.
Oh my god, that guy is a legend. No, he
was Alejandro Kirk before Alejandro Kirk.
Yeah, a less athletic version of Kirk.
BJ Ryan, man, lefty in the pen.
It's just can we bring back let's bring up Collins. Let's just have fucking a million bats and no bullpen help. Fuck it. Who cares? That's what I want. I want Zach Collins back ASAP. Jays haven't been the same since he got sent down.
He's down?
Yeah, he's in AAA. He had a grand slam 2 days ago. Congrats. Yesterday, maybe, actually, I saw. But, yeah, bring back Zach. Fuck it. Bring back Zach Collins.
Gabriel Moreno should be called up at some point. Why we're using oh my God, a roster spot on Bradley Zimmer besides he's a good locker room guy doesn't make much sense to me.
He's a great
but who cares?
Great locker room guy. The band's back together. That's all I know. The band is back together, folks. So buckle up for Bradley Zimmer season because it's upon us here in the fall.
Legitimately, do you think he gets an at bat this month?
No chance. Maybe in a 10-run game. Maybe would that be a possibility? You think?
Yep, I think so.
In a 10-run game, Bradley Zimmer is getting ABs. That's just there's no beating around the bush with that. he's getting that bad. Maybe pitch. Can we get Bradley Zimmer to pitch in a blowout?
Okay, I think he's probably got a good arm.
That would be awesome.
I miss the days when they let the position players pitch, but they let them throw hard as fuck. Now they just don't.
Because Jake Hager told me when the Diamondbacks told him to pitch, they said don't throw anything above 50, lob it.
Yeah, it was the Ryan Goins effect.
Yeah,
went on the
Ryan
IL.
Goins,
That Canada Day 18-inning game.
What a legend Ryan Goins is. But
who's pitching Sunday? Do you know?
It's not announced yet, but it's probably going to be whoever pitched on Tuesday. So Gossman.
Nice.
So Gossman. I honestly, if we weren't doing stuff this weekend, this would be a must. Well, I'd go to the series.
I was thinking that I would have gone too. It's 6-hour drive.
4 hours.
4, really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, it's an awesome spot to go to.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say the Jays win at 2-1. I'm gonna say they lose Saturday against Contreras. He is fucked. He is so goddamn good. The Jays lose that game. Plain and simple. There's no beating around the bush there. They lose that game.
So I'm in a fantasy football chat with guys that I don't know, and one guy said he saw you at the Jays game on Sunday. I don't know how Gate 14 got brought up, but it is being talked about right now.
Okay. Tell him hi.
Yeah.
It is funny. So if you are that, listen, I didn't catch your name, but if you are that Asian lady that saw me beside the field and said, Johnny, I love the podcast, thank you. That was very kind. I was trying to get Tuck to come down. They had a birthday, so he couldn't come out, but thank you. And I also met Memes as well, but I think we talked about that.
No,
we didn't. No, I met Memes. Yeah, I met Alejandro Kirk Memes all the time. One of the tallest dudes ever, just alpha the fuck out of me. Way taller than I am. And yeah, I got to get some sort of platforms in my shoes. I got to figure something out with that.
You're not a short guy, though.
I don't know. A lot of people would say different, but yeah.
You're 5'10", good height, right?
Yeah. Am I a tall king? Everyone listening, am I a tall king or a short king? Answer in the comment. But it's, yeah, Memes is all time. And he's exactly how you would expect him to be. Like, him and his girlfriend had Alejandro Kirk jerseys on. It's just he's interchangeable. He's the GOAT of Memes. He really is. We say it every podcast, but he is. So 0-7 lifetime at Jays games, by the way. Whatever.
Yeah, that dude, and he lives in BC, so you're not taking the GO train to a game. You're flying, or you're driving across the country or over the border.
Yeah.
And staying.
It's an impressive run. It's like a Cal Ripken Iron Man streak run. It's all time.
Memes, we love you. Stay the fuck away from this team.
Yeah, I love you, Memes, but maybe I don't know. Maybe a game that's meaningless. Once the Jays clinch, you can drive down here. Fly down here. Fly on our dime. But yeah, it is all time. What do you think? What do you think JR's doing right now? It's 8:11 there. You think he's had a couple of drinks with his coworkers or what?
No, I don't think so. I think JR's a hardo, so he's probably working out right now. 8:00. He did say he went to all the restaurants you could go to in Los Angeles. Guess where Jeremy Roach went to dinner last night? He did sit down, so it's a restaurant.
Nobu? Is that in California?
Jeremy Roach went to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh my fucking God. That's the most Jeremy Roach thing of all time. He went to Buffalo Wild Wings.
That's
not In-N-Out. I know In-N-Out's overrated, but not In-N-Out.
We went to In-N-Out when we were there in January. I think it was a little overrated.
So he had.
Are you a Whataburger guy or In-N-Out?
Neither, to be honest. I like Qdoba, Chipotle.
Chipotle. Oh my God, that was so good on the weekend too.
Raising Cane's.
Cane's is gas.
Yeah. I love all of it, to be honest. Chick-fil-A. We used to go on heaters in JUCO. We used to just have so much shit. But yeah, it is the US is so much better for food than Canada. It's not even close.
Yeah.
And so if you're a JUCO guy listening to this, by the way, how's Hell Week?
Yeah.
How's Hell Week going right now? Because this time last year, I think we did, or when I was in JUCO, sorry, not last year, we had to do the mile run under like 5 minutes or 5.5 minutes. I obviously didn't do it. I was weightlifting guy. I would lift the second or third most on the team. I would be terrible at cardio, so humble brag. But how's Hell Week going? Let us know in the DMs, JUCO guys. How's Hell Week going wherever the fuck you guys are at? Because we need to know. I need to tap in with you fellas. And the D1 guys, fuck you.
Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying individuals. I'm sure it's a great time.
Seriously, you motherfuckers, congrats. You guys did it. But yeah, JUCO's the JUCO forever. So.
I could never. Oh my! You need to see this picture of the Laurentian baseball team. I'm gonna send you. They so there's a lake on campus, and they were doing like Navy SEAL sit-ups in the fucking lake.
That's the most hardo, sickening shit ever. Jesus Christ. That's the worst.
Check your Insta right now. It is unbelievable. And that is why Jeremy Roach quit the team 4 separate times.
What the fuck? Everyone go to LU Voyager Baseball on Insta and comment Hardo.
No, don't do
That is no way.
Yeah.
Is this coach serious?
That is
That
nuts.
is
That's a full baseball
crazy.
team. There's like 12 people there as well.
That coach should be locked up. I'm sorry.
Curb's a good guy.
That coach, he should be locked up. That's crazy. So what the fuck? I can't believe I just watched that. That's crazy. But yeah. So I'm gonna say 2-1 Jays. What are you saying?
Sweet.
Wow. You said Contreras, tough.
Well, Rowan's gonna no hit them, but they have him on an innings limit. So he'll go 8-0-0 game, and then we score 1.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair play. That's fair play.
But no, I love watching games in Pittsburgh. We have like a 12:30 game on Sunday and then 6 o'clock start. So just be wary of that. Happy Labor Day weekend, by the way, to people.
Yeah, happy Labor Day weekend, everyone. Seriously. Yeah,
I fucking
forgot
love
about
this
that.
weekend, man.
It's a great weekend. You got 5 days of college football. You got going into the NFL season. I think the first Thursday is next week, right? Thursday Night Football. So everything's back. Everything is back. So yeah, and obviously we'll end up with this. We won't be dropping an episode until the Tuesday of next week. Okay, everyone?
Do they have a day off too? So it might be perfect.
No, because their day off's tomorrow, I think.
They are, yeah, they play Monday. You're right. Whoa, double header Monday, 105 and 435.
So yeah, we'll record after that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So yeah, we'll record after that. Thank you guys as always for listening to the pod, running up the numbers, keeping us on top of the charts or high on the charts. Gate 14 of the moon. Have a great Labor Day. Drink responsibly. I want to be a parent here. If you're drinking, don't get behind the fucking wheel and be a piece of shit this weekend. Don't be a loser. If you drink and drive, you're the biggest fucking bum on the planet. I'm gonna say it. You're a loser. So don't do that. Keep running up the numbers for the boys. Stay tuned for the thick Jesus shirts. I'm hoping we can drop them Monday night because that would be dynamite. Don't worry about DMing us the sizes. JR has it all figured out now. Just purchase it. It's going to be cheap. We don't make money on it. Run up the numbers on it. Tell your fucking kids about it. Tell everyone about it. Let's go. Gate 14 of the moon. Let's have a great weekend, everyone.